Hey, shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'm going to give double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And it was in this gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just This is a little vision or a dream I had last night, man. And honestly speaking, I'm not going to say that it slipped my mind, but it just came back to my remembrance. Because I remember when I woke up this morning, I was thinking like maybe I should put this on wax. But I can only remember sporadic details about it because it was kind of a long, drawn out dream. It was almost like a movie. So I can't remember every single detail that the dream had. But I do know that the dream revolved around the MOTB and this guy Elon Musk, which I don't even know. I mean, I guess I could kind of figure out why he was in my dream, but overall, it just like at the end of the day, he's not really any type of he's just a puppet, man. He's just a face behind a corporation with these ideas that the elites are promoting through him, so to speak. Like Neuralink. Think of Neuralink. Neuralink goes into your mind. Basically, you're linking your mind to computer or brain algorithm, meaning that you can do things with your mind that, you know, the average person couldn't do. Okay, so like I remember a while ago, I was reading this article, and basically they were saying like how this guy was attached up to the Neuralink because, for one thing, Neuralink, even though they just started their trials, I believe this year, they already approved of that shit, and they've been doing these trials since 2015. So don't let them come out and say, oh, well, yeah, we've just started trials. Look, man, they've been doing trials since 2015, and you got humans with that shit already in their mind. So I don't know where they get this. Well, we have to prove it. Look, man, if there's anything, you already know the FDA gonna prove it. You know, but overall, it was the University of Kansas that I remember that was starting this particular program back in 2015. And I know that because I've done lessons on it, you know, and this was back in 2015. It is 2023 right now. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19. That's about eight years ago. About 8 years ago. So with that being said, this guy, Elon Musk, which Neuralink, which I guess he's like the CEO or he's like the so-called founder of this company, which is through the elite bankers regime. But basically, you know, he basically they're doing human experiments of this Neuralink ordeal. So getting to the dream, only thing I can remember, because like I said, it was a pretty long dream. It was kind of drawn out, and that's how I know it's more of a vision. But for whatever reason, it was me, and it was like it was a lot of brothers in the dream, but five brothers stood out in particular. It was myself, it was the brothers in my camp, and it was Elder Ariala. Okay. And I'm like, okay, Elder Ariala, so this got to be interesting, right? You know, because, you know, that's a very, very interesting brother. Very peculiar brother. You know, love him. But so we're like in this. I don't know if you brothers know the definition of a villa or a villa. It was kind of almost like a compound for rich people, you know, with rich tastes, extravagant tastes. You know, it had like these old, you know what I'm saying, these old type of, how can I say it? These old villa style Scandinavian type setups, or I don't even know if I'm even explaining it right, but think of something going back into like ancient Italy, you know, something like murals like that, you know, just the way that the layouts were. They were big halls, and you know, you had the villas, and then you had the feast rooms, and then you had pools. This place had like swimming pools all over the place, but inside it was like a big tank hangar almost, like what it was like a factory. And it was like everything they was doing was like circumventing around like digital technology and everything that was dealing with tracking bases. Okay, they had metaverse, they had headphones, they had headsets, they had RFID implants, they had the brain, and they had everything. I mean, TVs, anything you could think about, this company was making it. And back in my mind, I'm like, okay, what are we here for? You know what I'm saying? So this guy Elon Musk, for somehow, some way, he was talking to me and Ariala, and I was kind of scoffing him, man, because I was like, man, this dude is really getting ready to try to pull his whole RFID thing off. And Elder Ariala was like, yeah, you know, so we kind of insulted the guy, but the guy kind of looked at me kind of weird, and then he left. And then Elder Ariala like, what do you want, bro? Like, they getting ready to invite us to this this demonstration. Like, we need to see what they gonna do so we can have something to report on, you know. But at the same time, it was like almost like a feast. Like, so it was like this big hall, and they invited everybody to like this dinner. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess he was getting ready to show off like this new innovative technology on how they got Neuralink up and running and how they was gonna so-called heal paraplegics, man. And back in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to go to that shit, because I'm like, I don't trust it. I'm like, I feel like they trying to, you know, ensnare us in some type of trap, because, you know, Jake be like too damn circumspect. And, you know, brother, like, man, just chill. Let's just go and let's see what it's talking about. And that way, you know, we gonna report on what we gonna report on. So all of a sudden I turn around, I was like in this big villa by myself, and everybody else, I'm assuming, went to like this dinner thing. It was like a demonstration party of them showing off this technology. So I turn around, everybody was gone. So I look down, I'm just like in a pool hall by myself. And then I walk through this big compound. I mean, this complex, this fortress was fucking huge, man. It was like some off 007 or something. It was crazy. And then when I went to the main fortress, it was like a big dining room, you know, and it was kind of dark in there like a theater. But the light, you know how like when you go to those candlelight dinners and they're getting ready to show you a presentation, and I saw like a handful of brothers in there, man. Certain brothers I noticed, certain brothers I didn't notice. And I'm like, oh shit, this is where everybody is at. So I guess this guy Musk was showing off this technology and how they getting ready to micro chip everybody, man. And when you look at, you know, everything that's happening now as far as the digital society and the credit-based system, it makes a lot of sense as to how they're getting ready to roll this thing out. Because like I said, in his vision, in his dream, I mean, everything that he did was circumventing around being tracked, being fitted, from Fitbits to Apple phones to smartwatches to headbands, you know what I'm saying, to them putting the chip or demonstrating how they're going to put it in people. And this guy, Elon Musk, was basically trying to sell it to the public, man. So what I get from that is that fact that the men of the Lord, we were there getting ready to report on this thing, man, because I remember a specific scripture in the book of Revelation when John was like, the angel of the Lord carried him in the spirit on the day of the Lord, or on the Lord's day, and he was basically spectating all this judgment that was going on around him, man. You know, so basically he was actually transported through the spirit into the future to see the end of this man's kingdom. And I kind of get that's where the dream was at. Though we were physically there, I feel like Yahweh Bashim and Yahweh Shai had us there to really see what's getting ready to come down the pipe, man. Because the Lord said that, he said that if I reveal myself to a prophet, either I would speak with him directly face to face, or I reveal myself to him in a dream. And I believe that's Numbers, the 12th chapter, when the Most High was rebuking Aaron and Miriam because basically they were scoffing against Moses. The Lord said, I myself will make myself known to that prophet in a dream or a vision. So I perceived that dream, you know, because like I said, it was pretty long. It was a lot going on. But the important parts was that they were dealing with this wireless technology, man. And we've been talking about this social credit system, which I call it a caste system, basically a digital slavery, that they're going to have classes in this thing, man. Okay, you're going to have the classes of the poor, or the so-called middle class, and then you got the poor, okay? Because the super rich, they won't have to get fitted with this technology, man. Because I got an article, actually, that we was kind of going into a couple of months ago, very lengthy article, and it goes into how these social credit systems are going to be set up by classes, man. Okay, and I'm just using these words like hypothetically, like just say you got class S, it's like for the upper middle class or the millionaires, then you got class P for the so-called lower middle class, and then you got class C as for the lower class, man. And when I was reading the article, it was specified that that particular class may only get up to like 300 to 500 credits a month. You know, first it was like $1,000 in shekels or tokens or something, or a lot of digital credits that they can spend. Then you had the like rich people that was giving up to like, I believe like 5,000 credits or something like that. I'm pretty sure my numbers are off, but from what I can remember. But basically, in the rich, the 1%, they don't have to partake in this, man. They are quote unquote exempt from it. Okay, this particular system is only set up for people that have AKA social security cards, man. Okay, which is us, the peons, man. Because the elites, they don't walk around with state IDs. They don't walk around with social security cards. They don't walk around with driver's license. They don't need driver's license or anything like that. Okay, the elites of this society are completely sovereign, man. Okay, they don't pay taxes. They don't pay income tax. They don't pay they don't pay light. They don't pay gas. They don't pay any bills. But instead, they collect off the people, man. Because according to them, we are known as the Goyim, or the Goyim, which means cattle. Okay, and what happens to a cattle is basically led by an owner. Like when you go out to the country and you see these little bell-looking things in their ear, those are called awls, man, to let you know that those cattle belong to a particular owner. Okay, so in the vision, he was giving off all this technology. I mean, it was crazy, bro. Like, I mean, from the Fitbits, everything they was manufacturing in these labs and in these factories was all dealing with digital technology, man. I mean, digital everything, digital wallets, man. And like I said, he was giving like a thorough presentation on it, man. And he was inviting us to come see this presentation as to what he was getting ready to do, man. So I perceive that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is getting ready to make a move, man, because in order for them to get this CBDC system off the ground and to fully incorporate through FedNow, which I believe the FedNow was like some type of app, a mediator to digitize the CBDC, kind of like you have Cash App, you have PayPal, you have these different online banking like Chime and T-Mobile Money and stuff like that. I believe that the FedNow will work as some type of mediator to house or to keep track of your allotted credits a month, man. Okay, but the digital currency being the central bank digital currency, which a lot of scholars out there or a lot of researchers speculate that CBDC is going to be something that you're going to put under your skin. What I'm thinking that the CBDCs are going to be on the MOTB. I believe the digital-based currency will be fitting on a microscopic tag, okay? I don't believe that the RFID chip itself will be called the CBDC, but I believe that the money, central bank digital currency, will be what's going to be the cash on your CBDC instead of, or on your chip instead of US dollars, man. Same thing, just digital. Okay, so me personally, I don't think that the mark of the beast is going to be called the CBDC, but I believe that the CBDC will be contained in the microscopic tag, man. And I'll say it that way for algorithm purposes, man. Okay, but like I said in the dream, man, it was a lot of brothers, and I seen about 15, 20 brothers, and I say a handful of them. I know them personally. You know, I know the brothers in my camp. We was all kind of in his dorm room together, and then like I said, the elder Ariala was there, and we was kind of talking shit. Scoffing this guy, Elon Musk, but Ariala like, man, fuck it, I'm here for the entertainment. What's good? Because brother, he has a very, very, outgoing spirit. He likes to, he likes to have fun. And hey, shit, me too. But I was thinking like, man, this shit is a setup. What are you doing? Ariala, hey, look, bro, nigga, we got expensive wine, we got expensive food, and it's all on $8. I'm finna go eat and drink and chill and watch the presentation. And I was like, man, you crazy, bro. I'm like, I ain't gonna try to put a chip in your ass. He said, you tripping, bro. Lord with us. So, I kind of hunkered down and I kind of went to the dinner, and I seen like 10, 15 brothers of you was all at a table, man. And he was giving off this presentation as to what they're getting ready to do. So, I mean, I was like, wow, And I know it was like a vision because usually my dreams, they're broken up. I dream about 5 different things in 1 hour, and none of it really makes sense. But this was more like point for point, tick for tat. You know what I'm saying? There's certain parts of the dream that I'm not even telling about because it's really irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, the more important part is that, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is getting ready to roll this thing out, man. And a lot of you people, you're getting ready to be in a world of hurt and a world of sorrows, okay? Because they're already impinging on your freedoms. They're already getting ready to possibly do a lockdown 2.0. And from the articles we've been reading, this US dollar is getting ready to collapse, man. This is why they trying to beat everybody out in this race for this CBDC shit, man. Because you got BRICS, okay, which the OPEC nations, the BRICS nations, you got them getting ready to pretty much do away with their point in a dollar. They're like, look, we're not buying your debt no more. We're not trading oil in US dollars no more, but instead we got our own shit. Okay, I know Russia has been collecting gold for decades now, so a lot of their money is being backed by, like the Russian ruble, a lot of that is being backed by gold. And whatever currency that they can interface with this whole rollout. So the West is getting ready to be in a lot of trouble, man. Because once those dollars come back to the US, you're going to have what they call hyperinflation. When things are going to go up within a whim. Because, hey, nobody is buying, the dollar's losing purchasing power, man. Okay? At a point in time, you was able to buy or petroleum or oil. It was being traded in US dollars. But now it's just like the Saudis are cutting this place off. Now everybody's like, well, how is that possible? Gas is down to $2.60. Well, Biden did that because he know that, honestly speaking, if he didn't tap into the reserves, gas would be like $10 right now, especially since the Saudis ain't fucking with Babylon. And on top of that, the dollar is getting ready to collapse, and they are at war in Middle East, or in the East, I say. There's no such thing as Middle East, but they are at war, okay? And in that particular region of the land, it costs a lot of money, a lot of energy, a lot of oil, and therefore oil in the West will go up dramatically. So if he didn't operate or activate those reserves, man, technically we'll probably be looking at $8, $9 gas prices easily. And I'm talking about that's for the base level shit. So hey, he did what he did, but even then, compared to gas what it used to be back in the early 90s, for you to operate on the reserves or open up the reserves, $2.55 is still rather fucking expensive for some goddamn some unhealthy shit, man, you know, that you putting in your cars, because this gas don't even last you. Like I'm noticing, it may just be something wrong with my car, but I notice when I'm going around a bend or I'm getting off on a ramp, my fuel range just drops down. Like it literally just drops down. Like my odometer or my fuel range, it can say I have 220 on the odometer, but the minute I go around an overpass or around a curve, that shit would literally go down to 200 miles. Say that I've drove 20 miles on a fucking bend. So either something wrong with the car, which that's very possible, but this gas is not what it is. But he's selling it for $2.50 on a gallon, man. You know, which shows you that this place is pretty much done. Babylon is pretty much cut off at this point. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, I believe through the spirit, that RFID chip, I believe that we're going to start seeing the stages of it next year. They've been talking about it, and I believe that the rollout of this CBDC is going to come sometime next year, man. Okay, I don't see them rolling this thing out in no goddamn 2030, especially when they're accelerating the expanse of these troops. A lot of troops are being told to be on standby. A lot of them are getting ready to be shipped to the Middle East. So I don't think Esau got to 2030. I think he's bluffing, you know, because they was talking about the next, you know what, the next pandemic was supposed to hit in 2025, but here we in 2023, and they're already talking about lockdowns. And I remember specifically a brother said, he said, look, if they're talking about 2025, 26, he said, then they must be getting ready to do something now, because Esau ain't got that long. See, they put these falsified dates on there to throw you people off, but 2030 agenda is more like 2025, man. Okay, I don't think the Lord is gonna get his damn devil to 2030 to do what he gotta do. I hope not, man. I don't feel like being here another 8 fucking years, man. Another 8 or so, 8, 9 years or something like that. I don't really feel like I don't feel like being there, man. You know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't really feel like being here another fucking 7 years, bro. It's just like it's too much dealing with this already. So, but we'll see, you know. But nonetheless, man, Yahweh Shai is getting ready to bring holy hell to this so-called white man in his power structure. So with that, brothers, man, Lord's will, you were edified, man. Just wanted to put that on wax, even though I can't remember the full dream, but the most important parts is that they were showing a lot of innovative and a lot of technology that they was getting ready to release. I mean, everything from the money to the Fitbits to the headsets to everything, video games. I mean, anything that you can think about, you name it, they was literally manufactured at, man. Yeah, Khan, brother, no way, especially 2025. Yeah, bro, that's no way, man. At this point, it's just like if he's talking about 2030, that means that he's dragging his feet. I don't see us having that long, man. You know, Lord's will. But yeah, brothers, man, with that, Lord's will, you will edify it to the next lesson. Call Allah Yahweh Shai by Shimmer Kakwadash. And with that, Shalom.